Thank you for joining us. My name is Andy Davis. This is for the Clatsop County Democrats Central Committee. Sorry, I'm butchering that this morning. I'm here with Logan Laity. Logan, thank you for joining us. Logan is a candidate for House 32 District for the Oregon State House. Logan, thank you for joining us. Can you introduce yourself briefly, and then we'll go into questions?
Thank you very much. Hi, I'm Logan Laity. I'm a small business owner supporting our community nonprofits and first responders. I'm a bit of a techie, helping folks set up email websites and teach them the skills they need to thrive in the digital age. I'm also an experienced community advocate, a cheerful policy wonk, and an avid outdoorsman for both me and for my husky Yuka. And while I didn't know it at the time, it seems like I've been preparing for this my whole life. At Tillamook Bay Community College, I earned a degree in business, which has helped me start my own business and understand the needs of other small business owners. Still, I realized that I wanted to enter the public service. At Portland State, I just decided with my business knowledge, I should try to be well-rounded. So there, I learned about nonprofits toward a degree in urban and public affairs and how power can be used for everyone in political science public service. State legislators represent everyone, from teachers to mill workers. This makes me well-rounded and uniquely qualified to understand the needs of every employer in the district. I also have work experience that prepares me to be a state representative. As a dental office patient coordinator, I worked with clients, advocating for them with their insurance company. I worked with volunteers throughout the region for preparedness training and teamwork. And my skills in collaboration and program management prepare me to run a legislative office and push through policies that benefit us on the North Coast. I also have a government position that prepares me for Salem. I serve as director of the Tillamook Urban Renewal Agency. Here, we invest taxes back into the community through projects. We work to help small businesses increase the availability of affordable housing, and improve our sidewalks and streetscapes. I work with tax money to keep our communities viable. This is the core job of a legislator. I serve as an elected precinct committee person, elected secretary, and serve in other leadership roles for our 40-member strong central committee. By serving as a legislative page at the request of the minority leader, I learned how state government works, how the legislature works, and how the sausage gets made. I know what people want from our state because I canvassed door to door to talk to them. I took these concerns to Salem, and I lobbied for stable education funding, more career and technical education, and then I prepared testimony for other community leaders. Thank you, Andy.
Sure, thank you, Logan. I'm glad that you gave us that good introduction. I'll say, as far as the questions, then I'll just skip into the second one, and that is, why are you running for this position now, and what things do you expect to accomplish during this term?
Yeah. So I've been a community organizer for 7 years, working on important community issues, issues like workforce housing and the Oregon Health Plan. I realized that we need someone in the legislature to actually get it implemented. The moment I decided to run was when my friends and I were sitting around a dining room table, calling and texting our small town leaders to see if they would stick up for us as our next state representative. Each and every one of them had the qualifications. I mean, these are our council members, mayors, and commissioners, but each kept coming up with excuses about themselves. I can't afford it. The race will ruin my image in the community. Or what if I lose? Well, the question they should have asked is, what if we win? In my experience, politics is not about the candidate. It's about the community. It's about us. I realized then that I was hiding like they were, perfectly content to fight for another ballot measure, knowing that it may go nowhere even if we win. I realized then I could be the leader in Salem, taking our home seriously. When I go to Salem, I will work on quality, affordable housing, funding career and technical education, and ensure affordable healthcare for everyone. While other issues will arise, these are my priorities: housing, education, and healthcare. And I've already been working on these issues. My first year on the coast, I dove in and knocked on doors to fund quality workforce housing. I lobbied the state legislature to convince our representatives to vote for the Student Success Act and to invest in career and technical ed. As a patient coordinator for a local dentist, I got to listen to personal stories about healthcare, and I advocated for patients to their insurance companies. In Salem, I will continue my work.
Okay, great. Thank you, Logan. And then let me ask about in the past 4 years, what do you think about what could the legislature have done better? What might you change?
Ooh, all right, this is a good question. And I've spent a lot of time thinking about how the legislature works from my time as a lobbyist and as a page. Overall, I want to stress that Oregon has a good legislative process. I've seen it, especially compared to other states. I mean, looking at major legislation, we passed the Student Success Act to fully fund our schools. And just this year, we passed pro-worker laws, and we will sometimes send a bill to the ballot to let the people decide. And yes, there are things I would like to change about the legislature. For one, major laws should not be rushed. I will work to gather testimony. I'll advocate to make sure the short session longer. So we need fewer executive orders. And I'll make it a priority to show how proposed law affects us. Next, I recognize that issues are becoming more complex. Everything from road safety to salmon runs. And our population is growing. We represent up to 70,000 people each. We need more staff and more resources so we can represent our community. I understand service, and I have a high expectation on me and my team to return calls, to gather testimony, and have the time to review the laws I will vote for. I lobbied for one of these complex issues. I lobbied for career and technical education. I remember it was a typical misty day, opening the mail a week after I visited my legislator. She wrote me a signed letter thanking me for my expertise. I was chuffed. Not once in my advocacy had any office done this. And later we got this funding. And, you know, reflecting back on the past few years in particular, I want to highlight that the body does not represent us or our home. We are diverse. Childcare for working parents, including staff and for those testifying, would go a long way to attracting the talent we need. We need campaign finance reform so working parents can run and win office. And some of the things I've just hit on apply here too. Increased resources in the office so staff can actually see their children at night. And when I'm elected, I will tackle these issues so we have a more effective legislature.
Thank you. And then finally, I just want to give you the opportunity. So we've asked a couple of questions that we wanted to hear about, but is there anything that we've missed that you really want to make a point of including today?
I just want to say thank you. And I really appreciate the opportunity to take, you know, all my work I've done in the party just south of y'all and start to serve you in the northern part of the district also. I'm very excited and I'm honored to have this opportunity.
Well, thank you, Logan. And as with really all of our candidates, we so appreciate people taking the time and energy in their lives to devote to public service. Obviously, you've been doing that for a long time outside of the office, but stepping into the role of running for House 32 is a big step and a big responsibility. And we appreciate that you're willing to take up that task. So thank you for that. And thank you for joining us today. We wish you the best of luck in the election, and we will, I'm sure, be talking to you soon as the election goes on. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Andy. Have a good day.
You too.